Hey, it's time for a quick market report from the Northern Wisconsin real estate market. I like to do these reports about once a month to just really give my clients and database some idea and some inkling as to what's happening in the greater Northwoods MLS compared to what we are seeing nationally. I follow a lot of great thought leaders in the real estate market and the economy markets, and I like to see what's happening here, but then also in the bigger picture. If this is information that is interesting to you and you would like to be added to my list for these market reports, please just give me a call, email me, shoot me a text, whatever works for you, and I would be happy to send you out a little bit more specific information that I send out to my clients. Or of course, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Let's start out with the greater Northwoods MLS. Okay, year to date, we are down in closed sales by 26%. Actually, February was up. February was a very strong month up here, but January we were so much down, we haven't caught up yet. So we are trying to catch up, but we are not there yet. New listing inventory is down by about 22%. Average list price is up by 26% year to date over last year at this time. The average list to sell price is up by 2.8%, so just about 3% compared to last year. And lastly, that month's supply of inventory is down by about 37%. So that is a picture. I've got a nice infographic that I usually will send out to all of my clients and customers so they can actually have a visual, because I'm a visual person and that usually works pretty well with me. Then I want to take that against the backdrop of what's happening nationally. And across the board, active listings have dropped nationally as well. I think they were saying February was 376 million new listings, as opposed to last January, which was about 500. So we are down. The next question that I keep getting is, where is the market going? And I know I did a market report at the end of the year, and most economists were saying that they were thinking we were going to have much more moderate gain this year of about 5%. Well, actually, all of the economists that are getting a little bit more bullish, and now they're thinking we're going to see a forecasting of about 10.3% on gain in value in 2022. They're also indicating that growth in household wealth over the next 5 years is going to be on average about $89,000. So again, what that means is that if you bought a house in January of 2022, by January of 2027, the average national growth will be about $89,000. Again, in every market that's going to be slightly different, but that's a huge amount of housing wealth accumulated in a 5-year time span. So again, if you're a buyer, what does that mean to you? Buy. The next thing I'd like to talk a little bit about is a lot of the national news media is touting a huge amount of foreclosures. You're seeing a lot of headlines, and I actually send some of my clients the headlines that you're seeing from some of the economy magazines like Bloomberg, that foreclosures are surging. That might be true for January of 2022, but if you look at that historically over a decade of time, they really are not surging. They are not up. They are actually down comparatively compared to other years and in the same time span. So a lot of, I think, headline news, I always say, is there to scare, not educate. So what we try to do at the JWP Group is really give you the tools to educate you as to what's really happening in our marketplace. And thank you to all of my clients who have been sending me articles with the same headline saying, Julie, what does this mean? That's what I love to do. So if you have any questions about the market, give me a call. And then, of course, the last question I get is, why is this not a housing bubble? Are we going to see a huge rise in foreclosures maybe a year or two from now, like we saw in 2005, 6, and 7? And there's some really good reports of data as to why this is so much different of a market than it was back then. And one of the things that I'm sending to my clients and customers are just a couple of slides saying, first of all, foreclosures are not surging. Foreclosures are on an all-time low right now historically. And why is this not a market like we saw in 2005, 2006, and 2007? One of the two main reasons is that buyers are buying with cash and they own their home. So they're pulling out equity in primary residences and buying a second home in northern Wisconsin or elsewhere. we also did a study on volume of loans in billions with a credit score less than 620. There's a great chart that I just sent out, and I'm going to show it up here on the board that shows you, again, I'm a visual, that when you look at the amount of billions in loans that have been given out with a credit score less than 620, in 2021, it was less than 100 billion. In 2006, it was over 350 billion. So today's buyer is a very qualified buyer. So one of the big reasons why we're not seeing, again, this, most economists do not think this is a bubble. And another second reason is because inventory of homes is at an all-time low. Back in 2007, 8, 9, and 10, we had 10 months supply, 9.5 months supply, 7 months supply of houses for sale on the market. If we look at 2019, 2020, 21, and 22, our average was about a 2-month supply of inventory nationally. So the economy and the housing realm is in a much more solid position than it was back in the last crisis. So just a couple reasons why, again, it's still a bullish market in the housing market and a great time to buy. And if you are a seller on the fence about selling, it is an incredible time to sell. Interest rates are low, inventory is low, and people are aggressively going after properties that are attractive to them. So again, we would love to help you no matter which side of the coin you are on, or we just love to educate you as to where the market is in your current world in the Northwoods of Wisconsin. But we'd love to help. Give us a call, and if we can help make a move for you, we would love to. Have a great day, and again, reach out to me if you want this by email. Would love to help get you this information.